Gotta admit, I'm impressed. Stella here tells me this was all her little ruse. No hard feelings, huh?
Don't get all mushy on me. I hardly broke a sweat kicking their asses.
And a sense of humor, too. I like it. Sorry for any misunderstanding. We're a shoot first, ask questions later kind of place. Never can be too careful with looters breaking and entering these days.
Don't misunderstand. We're not criticizing you. Those were fair kills. You didn't know who we were, and we didn't know you from a random looter. Thankfully, Stella fessed up.
Hey, I was just trying to have a little fun. How was I supposed to know they weren't a common criminal?
Yeah, we're all friends now. Let's skip to the part where you help me.
That's rather presumptuous. After taking out 2 of our crew, I wasn't under the impression we owed you anything.
Well, that all depends. What kind of help are you looking for?
Hold on. I have some questions first.
All right, humor me. What do you want to know?
Could you tell me anything about the kid?
Stella hasn't had it easy. Her dad was never in the picture, and her mom raised her at University Point most of her life, until the Institute torched the place. I met Stella and her mom Judy after they fled to Quincy in 2285. Helped them build a life for themselves there. And then the Quincy Massacre happened.
What was the Quincy Massacre?
We can get into that some other time. Let's just say that life's greatest dangers often come not from external enemies, but from our supposed friends who pretend to work for the common cause while scheming to sabotage it. When the Minutemen betrayed Quincy, most of the residents ended up slaughtered by the gunners, Judy included. I managed to get Stella out, and we made our way north to Concord.
And that traitor Preston followed us here. I'm telling you, he was working with Clint the whole time. And now he's right down the street. And you still won't do anything about it.
We've been over this, Stella. Innocent until proven guilty. You want me to focus on keeping this place safe from the gunners? Or waste time dealing with the loudmouth fool in the silly hat?
Both. I want justice for what they did to my mom.
And like I explained, you'll get it. If you have patience. Garvey will get what's coming to him eventually. But for now... Wait, hold up. You hear that?
Target down. Tango down. Target eliminated.
Here.
Kill. was that? Target neutralized.
Back the fuck off!
Excuse me.
Hey, thanks for your help. Didn't expect help from a stranger. I don't know what would have happened if you hadn't been here.
Looks like it was your lucky day.
You can say that again. I guess it could have been a lot worse. Anyway, we appreciate the help.
Sorry we got off on the wrong foot. Not looking to cause any trouble. You weren't afraid the Gunners will retaliate?
It's gonna get worse. Way worse. Gunners never back down that quickly. They'll attack anyone they think is too weak to defend themselves. There's nothing left they're afraid of. The only way things will get better is if we stand together.
You interested in traveling together?
Now there's a question I don't get every day. You know what? I'm gonna take a chance on you. Lead the way.
Excuse me.
I was afraid those guys might show up. Thanks for your help. You alright?
I'll continue to help, but you owe me an explanation first.
It's complicated. What do you know about the Gunners?
Give me the short version.
Alright, I'll sum it up. No one's really sure where the Gunners started out, but something changed about 8 or 9 years ago. Out of nowhere, they started sporting plasma weapons, advanced combat gear, and even vertibirds. Doesn't make any sense. Where did they get all that stuff from?
That's a good question. I guess... I don't know.
People bitch about the Institute, but look at what's really been going on. Quincy, GNN, Mass Bay Medical, Mass Fusion, 2 vaults, and all the major freeways. It's the Gunners, not the Institute, who've been gaining the most ground in the Commonwealth.
How much of a threat are they?
No one invests the resources to capture those strategic locations without a larger agenda. Someone's behind it. We're just not sure who or what. At this point, there's not much to keep the Gunners from taking Good Neighbor, Diamond City, or the towns up north.
Is there a reason that you're bringing this up?
You mean besides the fact that we just got ambushed here in Concord? There needs to be a group to stand up to these assholes. Someone strong, organized, and local. And I'm not talking about the Minutemen. I mean someone with real stones.
So, what did you have in mind? I'm gonna need some more in the way of details.
Ultimately, you gotta ask yourself who you want protecting things. A bunch of Muppets who can't defend what's theirs, or hardened killers who can handle themselves.
Well, I hadn't thought of it that way.
Uncertainty is sometimes better than an overt threat. If you build a reputation for being a little crazy, your opponents are never sure what messing with you will cost. So, they tend to avoid finding out.
Settlers can't instill that kind of fear. Whether it's against raiders, synths, mercs, super mutants, or even mole rats. They've proven time and again that they're incapable of deterring threats to their property over the long term. The Minutemen worked for a while, but they ended up self-destructing.
What happened to the Minutemen?
Depends who you ask. The challenge with running a militia is that volunteers inevitably have their own agendas. For a coalition to last, there needs to be a chain of command where members don't feel too constrained by your influence.
But still fear you enough to follow your lead.
Maintaining morale requires convincing soldiers to think less about themselves and more about the group. Involve them in a cause, a crusade against a hated enemy, and make them see their survival as tied to the success of the militia as a whole.
Of course, it's easier said than done.
Somewhere along the way, we lost that sense of common purpose. Infighting took over, and the militia gradually splintered into different groups. Some became raiders or joined the gunners. Others just disappeared. Quincy was the final blow, and now we're back at square one.
Jesus, what a mouthful. What's the plan again?
Whether it's the Gunners, the Institute, or who knows what other groups are out there, they're too powerful to take on directly. So we've got to use our weaknesses as strengths.
If your enemy is big and you're small, then by extension, you're fast and they're slow. You're hidden and they're exposed.
So we break our forces into independent cells who can operate elusively and autonomously, fighting only the battles we know we can win, capturing the enemy's weapons and gear along the way.
And using those tools against them in the next encounter. That way, the enemy is supplying us, and we grow stronger as they grow weaker.
Makes sense, I suppose. What's our next move?
The Gunners are calculated and cautious. It's gonna take them a while to figure out what just happened, which provides us an opening. The critical elements in any campaign are speed and adaptability, making decisions faster than the enemy can.
Striking first, before the Gunners have time to assess and formulate a response, may throw them off balance. Their nearest outpost is up on the freeway, southeast of Walden Pond. That's likely where the attack came from. The freeway wasn't particularly well guarded to begin with. Probably even less so after the raid.
I want you to head over there, take out their remaining guards, and steal their weapons, so we can fortify our presence here in Concord. Prove to me you can handle that task, and I'll have a larger project for you when you return.
And if you want bonus points, there's rumor of a raider's stash over by Corvega. We'll mark the location on your map.
Back the fuck off!
Target eliminated.
Выходи по-хорошему. Не вижу ни хрена.
Enemy neutralized.
Free for the taking.
Hey,
What you got for me?
wait there.
Okay, I'll be here then.
Over here.
Of course.
Move here.
That's the plan.
Hey,
Lead the way.
hey.
What can we do?
I guess I have to do everything.
Here. Hold position.
Got it. Not going anywhere.
Heads up.
You say the word.
Heads up.
Got it. You need it.
Down.
Look alive. Head over there.
Yep.
Look alive.
Where to? Looking for something specific?
Target down. Tango down.
Something I can do for you?
I just want to trade a few things.
Again? Are you trying to make a habit out of it?
That was all I had.
All right, then.
Target neutralized. That's a kill. Enemy down. Target eliminated. Enemy neutralized.
Our hands away.
Going dark. Going dark.
Denied. Down. Mission failed. We'll get them next time. That's a kill. Mission failed. We'll get them next time. Target neutralized. Target down. Mission failed. We'll get them next time. eliminated.
Back the fuck up!
Keep it tight, people. Target neutralized. Tango down.
Too close. it tight, people. Good night.
neutralized. Got it. Enemy down. Taking a shot. Target down. That's a kill. Down. Target eliminated.
Got company!
Target neutralized. Tango down. Good night. Enemy neutralized.
I'm in.
eliminated.
Покоцали меня!
Down. Target down. Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
Too close.
Hey,
Wasn't sure you were gonna make it back in one piece. Any trouble out there?
not sure I'd call it smooth, but it's taken care of.
Hey, anyone you can walk away from. Here, got you a little something for the trouble. Let me know when you're ready for the next job.
Any news on your side?
Just been cleaning things up here from the raid. Speaking of which, if you want to lend a hand, feel free to use the workshops around here. There's one on the first floor and also a second one in the bunker. Have a look around and make yourself comfortable.
Hey,
Okay, let's fucking do it.
If you're ready to get started on the next phase, let me explain.
yeah, sure, why not?
I got a pal and good neighbor. Goes by the name Hancock. After what happened at University Point in Quincy, he's got some concerns about the next shoe to drop in downtown Boston.
What do you mean?
Every urban area has pressure points, centers of gravity that hold a region's economy together. Take out the pressure points, and it inflicts a disproportionate amount of economic pain. Trade suffers, supply chains stop moving, and eventually people start going hungry. The fabric of society starts to crumble. The Institute knows this, so do the Gunners. It's not hard to guess what their next targets might be.
Is Diamond City really in danger? It's not like there's raiders pounding on the gate.
Maybe not raiders, but they got super mutant hordes right around the corner. And synths have infiltrated their local government. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Diamond City isn't the settlement most in danger of falling. Good Neighbor is.
Why do you say that?
You mean besides the elevated sniper perches surrounding the town, and the relative ease of blockading the entrance so no food or supplies can get in or out?
Yeah. Obviously.
It's like this. If your settlement is poor, you can't afford adequate security. If your security stinks, your enemies eventually take notice, and sooner or later, they'll either demand tribute or conquer you.
So, if you want your city not to get pillaged, you need a functional economy. It's hard to pull off when your clientele is primarily low-end chem addicts and drifters. There's no real money in catering to riffraff like that. For Good Neighbor to survive, it needs to attract a higher class of clientele.
So, what's the solution?
Bottom line, Hancock wants to clean up Good Neighbor. Starting with the chem dealers selling drugs to kids, the thugs harassing visitors for protection money, the back alley murders, the gang activity, and the never-ending stream of aspiring scam artists. He wants all of them gone. Not detained, not bargained with, just gone.
Makes sense to get rid of the trash. What's the catch?
As mayor, he can't be officially connected to ordering hits on his constituency. So, he's contracted out certain jobs on the down low to a few people he trusts. That's where you come in.
I need some details here. I have no idea what I'm getting into.
There's 3 jobs I want you to start with. First job is to entrap an old ghoul who's been trying to rip off Hancock. Second one is to eliminate a Triggerman gang infesting the town's warehouses. And a third task is to take out a few miscreants plaguing the local economy. You can do the jobs in any order you want. I've written down all the details on this holotape, including the local contacts to get started. Once the jobs are complete, cross them off your list and we'll move on to the next phase. And one more thing. You did us a solid with that gunner job. Anything we can help you with in return?
My son, Sean, was kidnapped. I'm looking for help to find him.
Man, sorry to hear that. Can you describe how he got kidnapped?
We were in a vault when it happened. Vault 111. It was some kind of cryo facility. My wife was murdered. She was trying to keep them from taking Sean, and they just...
Take your time. We're listening, of course, but details would be helpful.
There was a man and a woman. They didn't say much, but I remember they called me the backup. The woman was dressed in, I think it was a kind of hazard suit. The man had some sort of metal brace on his arm. One of them came right up to me. Bald head, scar across his left eye. I'll never forget that voice. Low and rough, like sandpaper across your face.
You didn't happen to get a name, did you?
Sorry, I don't remember.
Yeah, I kinda figured. So Vault 111 was a cryo facility? That's crazy. I headed up there once, but it was sealed shut.
They had us cryogenically frozen in these pods, but something malfunctioned. The man who killed my wife, he had a handgun. I didn't get a clear look at it, but that sound.
Rather traumatic, I suppose. So, no name, but the killer had a bald head, scar, gravelly voice, and likely a rep for doing shady jobs. Sounds a bit like a local merc named Kellogg. Somewhat nasty character.
Rumor is he had a place in Diamond City, but there's something else.
Please, tell me what you know.
Fuck, this is a tough one. I shouldn't be sharing this, but it's your kid we're talking about. Look, check the desk in my room. There's a holotape in there. Might have some answers you're looking for.
A holotape? What's on it?
Tough to explain. You need to see it for yourself. But the gist is, back in Quincy, when Stella's mom was bleeding out in my arms, the last thing she told me was to pull a holotape out of her cargo pants pocket. Not the type of thing you expect to hear in someone's dying words. I asked her why, but didn't get an answer. She just whispered to show it to Stella when she was old enough. And just like that, she was gone. Took a while before I could bring myself to read what was on the tape. Part of me wishes I had.
I appreciate you telling me all of this. I know it's difficult.
Just promise me that whatever happens, you don't mention a word of this to Stella. She doesn't know, and that's the way it's gotta stay for now.
Okay, I understand.
And hey, good luck out there.